Hello, my name is Maria Rogova, and I'm an attorney in California, and I practice family law in San Diego County. In this video, I would like to explain to you how community property home or apartment can be divided during divorce. There are several ways to divide community property home. One is to sell the house and divide the proceeds. But before you decide or agree to do that, you have to complete your financial disclosure while you go through divorce to determine what other assets or debts you have to make sure that the division of the entire community property completed fairly. The second way to divide your community property home is, for example, for husband to buy a wife out, basically to pay for one half of the community to equity in this house. For example, if the value of your house is $500,000 and you still owe $300,000 on your house, means the equity in your house is $200,000. $200,000 is a community property. One half belongs to husband, one half belongs to wife. If husband wants to keep the house, he needs to secure $100,000 and pay this amount to his wife to be able to keep the entire house. This is a simple example. There are some rights of reimbursements that we're not discussing in this specific video, but this is just an example how one spouse can buy out the other spouse. The third option is for wife to buy husband's portion in this house. The same example I just explained to you can be used for wife. In this case scenario, she would need to pay $100,000 to her husband to buy him out. And the fourth option is the parties can agree to divide their house as they want. They can agree that, for example, the husband pays only $50,000 and wife keeps the house, or vice versa. You, husband and wife, can agree uh, on how you want to divide your house, and the judge will follow your agreement and sign this agreement. But the main and important advice I want to give you, even though you agreed, either wife keeps the house or husband keeps the house, or you decided to sell it, don't physically divide the funds you received, or don't physically pay anything until you complete your financial disclosure and until you know exactly what your entire community property is, or community property assets, or community property debts. Because if, for example, you decided to sell the house, you sold the house, you got your $200,000 in equity, right? Husband got 100, wife got 100K, everyone is happy, and next day one of the spouses spent the entire 100K on whatever, gifted, went on vacation, I don't know, somehow spend the entire $100,000, but you still go through divorce. And later on, it was determined that the community owes, I don't know, 100K to a bank. And in this case scenario, when one of the spouses has already spent 100K, this spouse would not have funds to pay for one half of the community property debt. In this case scenario, the spouse who kept 100K would be not in a fair position because this spouse has money to pay for one half of the community property debts, but the other spouse doesn't. That's why, please don't divide anything physically until you know all scope of your assets and debts. If you decided to sell the house, that's fine. You can proceed, but please put in writing, let your attorney to review everything. But then when you receive your sale proceed. Don't divide them. Keep them in the trust, keep them in the account. Usually, when the parties sell their house during divorce process, one of the spouse's attorney, either husband's attorney, wife's attorney, doesn't matter because these funds are not attorney's funds. We can securely keep them until the parties settle all other issues. And then at that point, based on the settlement agreement, we distribute the funds. Please follow this advice. And if you have any other questions you have associated with the division of community property home, or any other questions related to your divorce process, please give me a call at 619 737 3919, and we will find time to schedule a consultation where I will be able to answer your further questions. Thank you so much and have a nice day. Bye.